To recap, Gulbrink is a town on the lower Dumont River, populated with a majority of halflings, gnomes, and otterfolk. After the party arrived in town, they were immediately met with a large statue of two seemingly important otterfolk, Skip and Cork Amano. Dork soon realized that a book he had had for quite some time is, in fact, authored by Skip Amano, though it's in a language that he doesn't speak. A quest to find resources for learning the language was unsuccessful. Amherst and Anubis ventured into the piers, looking to make some quick gold by catching some fish. With no supplies and a can-do attitude, the pair managed to catch one catfish, which Anubis is still holding onto. Lawrence went in search for some spiritual guidance, and perhaps found more than he bargained for, in the form of a small otterfolk in an alley shrine. Grace, as she introduced herself, shared some important information regarding a period of time long ago known as the Age of Darkened Lanterns, a period where divine magic stopped working for many years. Over the years, some divine worship has returned, but never to the level prior to that age. Ember decided to reconnect with his past a little bit, and found a hidden archive full of dossiers on his old boss and her subjugates. However, an inadvertent activation of a trap left Ember scrambling away from the building as it burned down, scrambling right into the arms of a very angry-looking green dragonborn, who, along with two others, abducted him right off the streets. The remaining party gathered at the end of the day in a cozy alehouse and waited for their bard acquaintance to show up. Sipping on a multitude of specialty drinks, there was a conversation between Anubis and the rest of the party regarding his newfound ability to control the dead, something Lawrence had found abhorrent. The conversation ended in a sort of mutual understanding that Anubis was only doing it for self-preservation and out of no disrespect for the deceased. With still no Ember appearing, the party went to bed, hopeful that a new morning would bring new clues. As the members of the party slowly roused from their sleep, Lawrence, you groggily feel just a presence in your room. Something is in here with you. The world is yours.
Okay. Hey, what a way to start. Can I fucking, like, look around, see if I see any sleep paralysis demons?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's exactly what you want to hear. Okay, how the fuck do I get rid of... What the hell? Sorry, Obsidian is being really strange, but that is it. So let's see what that is. You said wisdom save, right?
Yep.
That's an 8.
That's an 8?
Yeah.
You cannot move your body.
Cool, so it is sleep paralysis. I'm ready to see my demons.
You cannot see any, as you open your eyes and kind of start to rouse from your sleep, panic kind of shooting through your veins. You open your eyes and you're able to move them around the room. And you can't see anything in the room with you. Does Lawrence sleep on his backside or belly?
I would say belly.
Okay, so you're even worse. You can't see much of anything.
And you're slowly suffocating in your pillow.
I have roughly like a third of the room.
Yeah, about. After about, we'll say 2 minutes of just kind of panicking, some sense returns to your head. Your arms are still slowly waking up, pins and needles and whatnot, but you can move your head. Where do you turn?
Well, I'm still on my fucking belly, so I doubt I can really turn my head much. Oh! Wait, but do I have, like, any control over, like, my neck that I can, like, pick up my head and look at the other side behind me?
Yes, over time you eventually regain control of most of your motor functions.
Alright, I'm gonna fucking, like, prepare myself mentally in case there is a demon on the other side of me, but I will look in the other 1/3 of the room.
Okay. You're scanning the room, and as you go from your side of the bed to where the door is, and then over to the other side of the bed, there's nothing. Nothing in this room.
Thus.
And then, as you look down, you see a mass sleeping in the bed next to you.
Wait, like the same bed?
Yep.
Can I check and see if this mass happens to have like an obsidian skin tone and also weird flaming hair.
As you gently
Beautiful, we have flaming hair.
As you gently pull back the comforter, you see the familiar glowing red hair and onyx skin of Ember Delight, sleeping with his back turned to you.
Lars is gonna let out a breath that he was holding, and he's gonna just kind of sit down on the same bed. It's like, take a fucking moment.
Would I be wakened by, Lawrence is a pretty big dude kind of moving around like that?
Oh, yeah, sure, if you want to.
And we're just kind of, it's already morning.
Oh wait, you said that. Yes, it's already morning, I think. Wait, is it morning or is it nighttime?
It is early morning, yes.
Earlier than you should be waking up, but yes, it is. It's technically morning.
Well, it seems like you were moving around, so I blamed you for it.
Sorry, I got a little skeeved out.
And why?
Lawrence, as you're kind of focusing your eyes, coming down from the panic, you notice something strange about Ember. You notice these two large gashes going from around like the Adam's apple upper neck all the way to the base of the ears on Ember.
Wait, Harn. Sorry, hang on. Could you repeat where those go?
Yeah, so they're going from like the Adam's apple area or upper neck, like center, and then they go up to the base of the ears, like along the jawline. Just two kind of straight.
There's two of them kind of symmetrical?
Yep. And they're just deep gashes. They've healed a little bit, like, blood has clotted and whatnot, but they look recent.
As soon as Lawrence notices those two scars, or like the new scars on Ember's face, he's just gonna like quickly lean in close and he's gonna get like a closer look at them. And he's just gonna say, see it. Oh, hell. Ember, what happened? How'd you get these?
Get what?
Then scars.
I have scars? What? Where?
Ember, but you don't... Oh, no, you don't remember anything, do you?
No.
Wait. Ember, why do you think you woke up in my bed? What do you remember?
Well, that is an interesting story. So, yesterday I decided to go off and do some work of my own. And, yada, 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 one thing led to another. And I woke up here.
And so you have no memories of what the work that you were doing was?
I do.
But those memories don't include why you suddenly have two scars.
They do.
So you just are refusing to tell me then?
Not refusing.
Well, that's a relief.
Let's just say that they don't hurt as much as what's about to happen. Let's say it that way.
What?
Getting them was the easy part. Yeah.
And so, what is it exactly that you think you or we are in store for?
Well, hypothetically, I'm gonna have to kill an old friend.
And who would this old friend be?
Oh, it's, Galinda Riverbug, of course, the bitch who seems to be a prop pain in all of our asses recently.
Wait, okay, so me personally, I don't think the audio is great on saying that, and I did not hear what name you just said.
That could also possibly be because my voice is kind of rough today.
Yeah.
He said, the bitch that's been a big pain in our ass recently.
Yeah. Galinda Riverbug.
Galinda Riverbuck.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, Galinda. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was fully my voice not being able to say that name.
Okay, sick. Galinda, you mean the mob boss in Tano?
Yes, that's the bitch.
Uh-huh. Wait, so then, so if you need to kill her now, who was it that kidnapped you?
Okay. Rival gang.
Uh, uh-huh. And so, if, hypothetically, you're unable to kill Galinda, what happens to you? What happens to us? Are we suddenly hunted by this rival gang?
I don't think anything happens to you guys. You were not part of this. For myself, I do assume I will be killed brutally.
Uh-huh. Right
Yes.
then. In that case, you have my aid.
Ah, lovely. Yes. And I was not trying to, rope you into a murder mission here. I was just trying that thing you talked about, being honest with people. Which
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not a fan of it, but I will make another attempt for your sake.
Well, I must say, you coming back here, this is more honest than you usually are. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I hope
Not
it's
usually
okay.
are, but more honest than you have been.
Thank you. I hope it's okay. I picked your room. I feel more comfortable around you than the rest. It felt easier to wake up here than somebody else's room.
Well, thank you. I'm not sure if that was meant to be a compliment, but that makes me
How
happy.
was that not a compliment? That was very obviously a compliment.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you actively complimenting? Okay, whatever.
How dare you?
Lawrence is gonna turn away. He can't he can't even.
He can't
He's
even.
trying not to let. He can't even. He's trying not to let Ember see his face turn red.
It's very rude to turn it back on me like that. Just saying.
Look, you just I get embarrassed. Sorry.
I know, it's adorable.
Oh, good lord.
I thought you didn't believe in the Lord anymore.
I still believe he existed. Just it's habit at this point. Look, and you can see he's just very much getting flustered. God damn, the chatter is going fucking apeshit. As soon as anything homoerotic happens, this chat, this fucking server.
These two are alone in a room for 3 seconds, and we're all like,
There's been a flood of emotions for Lawrence being, oh shit, we're under attack. Oh no, Ember's hurt. Oh no, now I love him.
Oh. Sorry.
Okay. So.
Well, so would you like to eat something?
I would love to.
Great, let's go eat something.
And okay.
He's gonna waddle out of the room down the stairs.
What is everyone else waking up and heading downstairs as well? Is there anything anyone wants to do in their rooms alone?
Dork's definitely just
waking up and probably gonna proceed downstairs.
Okay. And
If
Emrys
if
and Anubis?
anybody was awake by the time Lawrence was walking down the stairs, you heard him very clumsily do so.
Right.
Tripping over his feelings for Ember. Falling for him.
Shut
Down
up.
the stairs with a concussion.
Concussion.
Mm.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have to be the one to fucking heal me.
Love. Okay. Anubis and Emrys, what are you guys doing? Are you guys doing anything in your rooms?
Anubis is just kind of meditating and trying to collect his thoughts.
Okay.
Emrys might stop by his door to check in on him before he goes downstairs, but yeah, Emrys is going down for food.
Okay. You're checking on Anubis' door?
Yeah, just like a knock and say we're all going down for breakfast.
Okay.
He'll just respond with something and be like, "I'll be there in a minute."
All right.
Alright, and then Emrys will head down.
So you guys head down to the eating room of where is it? The Forgotten Oyster. There's the same kind of grizzled turtle behind the counter, just kind of sat on a stool. In the daylight, you can see a lot more detail on him. There's like his face is just kind of covered in scars, missing like one eye is completely gray, and it looks like he's handing off a plate of or a bowl of some sort of rice and seafood dish to a passing halfling.
Are we all downstairs?
Yeah,
I'll put Anubis.
everyone save Anubis. Is he just gonna stand there, or are you gonna order food?
Oh, yes, please. Food.
All right.
As soon as Dork comes down and sees Ember, he's just gonna stop for a second and just walk over and it's like, "Where the frick were you last night?"
Well, I've just enjoyed a night on the town. Is that a crime?
I mean, depends. Was it?
It's a loaded question, and I am not going to answer that.
Hey, heard a building burned down yesterday. You know about that?
And why would you think I had anything to do with that?
Well, who knows?
So it's nothing about my hair or race that makes you think
Okay, I said no such thing.
that. I'm not
Twist.
fucking with you. Of course it was me. It was an accident. It was an accident.
You got into gang-related stuff, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You do know that when we
Why
went
are you
to
so
the
proud of
police, when we went to the police, they were very obviously paid off. So.
Yes, obviously this entire town is run by the underworld. Come on.
Hey, we went looking for you. We thought you were dead or something.
Almost. But you know. You can't kill me.
And at this point, you guys recognize the two wounds underneath his chin.
See them or recognize them?
Well, not recognize, just see.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to be pedantic. I just want to make sure.
That's a good call.
Might you tell us what happened to your neck over breakfast first?
Well, it's not a dramatic story. It's just, I got caught by some gang members. They had their fun with some knives, and, now I'm here.
That doesn't sound like such a little thing. That sounds like you were tortured.
That's not my first time.
That's quite worrying.
Thank you. Should we get breakfast then?
I guess so.
Lovely.
Alright, so what y'all getting?
Do you have anything with seafood?
He's gonna kind of point a claw up to the wall above him, and there's a menu that I have posted in players chat.
Oh yeah.
Hi, I'm stupid and uncultured. What is jambalaya?
Oh wow!
So
Out of
good.
those
Oh,
things,
oh,
that's what you're gonna
Lord.
ask.
Well, the other ones I can infer, except maybe
You
the
know what
two feet.
crawdad and two
Yeah, I
feet
was just
is?
about to ask. It's a free
It's
on the
French. That's all I
TikTok.
need to know.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Jambalaya is kind of a very hearty Creole and Cajun rice dish. It's got like meat, sauces, vegetables, kind of savory, spicy.
In etouffee
Delicious.
not too long ago,
Well,
down in Alabama.
nice.
When I went to Tacky Jack's, that's what my dish was. It was an etouffee.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get jambalaya.
That's 1 silver.
I toss him a silver piece.
You guys can decide what you want to get and subtract that money from your account.
Okay.
At this point, Anubis will come downstairs and ask someone to spot him a silver for some jambalaya.
Anubis, can I have you make
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya.
Can I have you make an intelligence check for me?
Can't. That's a 19, baby.
Okay, so you don't bang your head on the abnormally low ceilings as you wake up.
Okay.
And you
Okay.
manage to hunch over and crouch down the stairs because the ceilings in here are as low as always.
Boy. Yep. That's how it be. Yeah, he's probably looks a little groggy just because like he's been in it meditation wise, but he's ready for some food.
Yeah, me too.
What's
Bob,
that?
dorm life.
That was on my side. I'm sorry. Somebody outside my window screaming.
Hey, is there some? Was it one of the crewmates on the boat you live on?
Yes, it was actually it was a party cruise that just went past. I'm sorry.
Oh, nice.
I'll
Of course.
tell Disney Cruise to shut the fuck up next time.
Right. So, most of the party members don't have money.
No, not really.
Oh shit!
I
Yeah,
have money.
I don't have money. Somebody
Where's
spot
this
me.
money?
I'll spot Ember,
Thanks, darling.
and also probably Anubis.
Thanks.
How
Is
how
that
much money do y'all need?
Just the
The-
1 silver for this.
Doric paid for his. He still has a handful of money.
And how much money does Ember need?
I think he's gonna be nice and just get the jambalaya as well.
Nice. I'm also getting the jambalaya, but I'm also getting a cider.
Emerus is not gonna let anybody pay for him, and he's gonna get the pan-seared bass with greens.
Nice.
Right. Your orders are prepared by the scarred turtle and carrying like a full kind of arms outstretched plate lines of food, just kind of slides them on the bar in front of you. And you have steaming, savory, spiced foods at your will.
Hell yeah.
Right, is that going to be everything for your breakfast?
Yep.
Hey, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Many thanks.
Yes.
Say, you guys are an adventuring party? Yeah or no?
Uh, You could say
Is
that,
that
I
obvious?
guess.
We are the humble heroes at your service.
Oh no.
Humble heroes.
Yes.
And yes, it is a little obvious. Just a
We know.
bit. Well, I don't mean to intrude or anything, but would you be interested in doing a little something for me at some point?
Say it depends what that something is.
Oh,
But probably yes.
well, that's a good sign. Other adventure party I talked with only wanted gold. So, you guys headed out into the fractured archipelago anytime soon?
And now it's time to pull up a map.
Yeah, the question is, are we?
Yeah, let me. Where is that in terms of where we are? Fractured archipelago, you said, right?
Yes, southeast.
Oh my goodness, the map is so crunchy.
Yeah, the map just went straight rainy.
I did. I think it's because we all looked at it.
Crunch mode.
Just fucking jump over.
Where the fuck is the fractured archipelago?
Southeast.
What?
Way southeast.
Southeast. Way,
Oh.
way.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go. Oh, that's far
Bottom
away.
corner.
Oh, that's very far away. I don't think we were planning on it. That's kind of very far away from here.
Okay, I understand. I'm sorry. Never
Well,
mind.
depending if the task is worth it, we could always make a trip, so...
If it's not time sensitive, I'm sure we might be able to get to it.
Oh,
Exactly.
no, it's not time sensitive. I've waited 30 odd years for this to get done.
Ah, perfect. You can wait another 30 then. So, what is it?
Oh, no, 30 was put me in the ground.
Ah, you have another 50 years in you, man. Come on.
Well, if it's not too much of a bother, I'd much appreciate you on get some revenge for me. How does that sound?
Oh,
Oh?
I like this.
Anubis's ears will like prick up visibly, just like what?
Doric's eyebrow just raises.
He's gonna lean in to the group, and you kind of smell this like seafood odor wafting out of his mouth. It's not super pleasant, and so this don't go sharing any of this information you hear. But there's a ship operated by a mutinous crew out there. All right, Hadal's Clutch be the name of it.
What was the name?
How do you spell Heidal?
I will pop it in chat.
Nice. Oh.
I think you understand what I'm getting at.
You don't want anything returned?
I want them at the bottom of the ocean.
And
Do we get
I'm-
any more like details on like maybe who they are or like why this is bad? I would
Do you
You know.
care?
are we gonna go kill innocent people?
Oh, they're
Yes.
not innocent.
Then I don't care. And he goes right
Hey.
back to eating his food.
I assumed that much.
So, I hate to be pedantic here. What would we get?
Oh, well, you'd get anything on their ship. They got a big treasure on board last I was there.
And when was last time you were there?
Oh, 30 odd years ago.
Are you sure they're still alive?
I can feel it. They're out there.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Well, perhaps if we're ever out in that area and we have to find those people, we can probably find some way of sending you a message if we ever, have a chat with them.
Oh, no, you don't gotta send me no message. I'll feel it. I'll know when they're in the ocean. And I'll know when they're not anymore.
Okay.
Right?
Guy fucking voyage with the Black Pearl. What's going on?
Yes, we will. We will see when we can get to it. Now, I don't mean to be rude, sir, but we were trying to have breakfast. So,
Oh, of course, I hope you enjoyed.
Sorry, before you leave, what's your name?
Jebek.
Jebek?
Yes. And you make sure they know.
Is that spelled Jebek? Am I getting that right?
Nope. I got put it in
Right.
player
How do you
chat.
spell that?
Jeibek.
All right, cool.
Oh, and I'd like to ask you one thing, just a local question.
Oh, what's up?
Can you happen to give me some directions to the Amano house?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I can. Hey, it's a big attraction around here, seeing the famous Amanos. Oh, it's a bit run down, though, over the years. It's on the pier side of the river. Go down about half a mile. You can't miss it. Yeah,
Are any of them around still?
the Amanos?
Aye.
No. No, they're not. They left years ago, decades ago.
But for
Losing family members, I guess, kind of got them down on the spirits.
is there a story there?
Well, I wouldn't suppose y'all know it, 'cause you're new in town and all, but, yeah, those two water folk, the father and the son, they big old adventurers, big old explorers, and, well, they didn't come back now.
See,
That's not entirely true. The son did come back, but, burying his body was no easy feat.
I see. That's must not been easy.
They were well loved.
I will. We'll make sure to show some respect then,
I hope you do.
and he'll nod to Jebek, hop over to whatever table party's sitting at, and start eating his food.
All right.
And while he's eating, he'll just bring up like, "Alright, so something that's been bugging me a bit. So we all saw the big statue of those otter folk when we came into town.
yes.
Well,
Mhm.
I've been thinking that the book we found all the way back in Snowtooth, it's a book by the Papa Amano man from the statue. That potentate shite man that had the book was doing some strange things, so well, before we leave town, how about we pop over there and have a look around and see? Just, it's quite obvious that what happened back in Snowtooth is still a bit on everyone's mind, I'm guessing.
Not particularly, no.
Yes.
I can speak for myself that I'm still slightly worried about it.
Must
Like,
that potentate man must have had the book for a reason, perhaps. Been trying to get it translated, but having no such luck.
and you think breaking in to what's apparently a revered site here in town will help you?
I don't think we have to break in.
He did say it was an attraction.
Yeah.
Well, as an attraction, why do you think we'll find something new? Everybody can walk in there.
I don't know.
Not everybody has the book.
Never been there either, so anything
Everyone
is
can
better
visit-
than nothing.
Everyone can visit a locked door, but only one has the key.
Since when do you do metaphors?
I don't know what those are.
Okay,
Some
we'll get to them in our lessons eventually.
I was thinking.
sometimes.
Oops, sorry,
Yeah,
go
you
on.
go. No, you can go.
Oh, I was thinking that once we get to Tano, since it's a big city full of people, lots of resources, perhaps I can find some sort of book on halfling language that can help me translate it.
Likely, there's plenty of halflings there.
Also true that many heritage sites have a groundskeeper. They might know something about the Amano family.
You speak halfling, right?
We talked about this a little, because Emrys was made before the campaign.
Right, and I said you could switch.
Okay, you said I could switch?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah.
Okay, yes. I wanted to switch from my... Yeah, okay, it's in there.
Cool.
I forgot.
You forgot.
So, does that mean I can read it now?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you probably could have always read it. It's just never come up.
Oh yeah, that's true. But it has come up now.
It has come up
And so
now.
I guess retroactively, the second you start talking about needing a translator, Emrys will kind of perk up and what do you need translated? The book?
Hey, it's all in halfling. Wait, you're from Tano. You didn't have to speak and read it, halfling?
Yeah. The large part of the Tano population is halfling. Would you like me to take a look at it?
Well, thank the spirits. Yes, I would very much enjoy knowing what's in this book.
Yeah, of course. And Emrys will put his hands out for the book.
Dork will reach into his bag of holding and pull out the Papa Amano's journal.
Any pages you're looking for specifically, or just you want me to skim it?
Skim it. I did see a few handwritten notes throughout it a bit. Wasn't sure
Alright.
about any of those.
So, all right, here we go. Emrys, as you crack open this old teal book, it's pretty much mostly handwritten. There's a lot of drawings. There's a lot of sketches of pictures of the landscape and designs of buildings and such as you flip through it. And the thing that catches your eye in the beginning is kind of like a little excerpt, I guess, written on the back of the hardcover. Would you like me to send it to you, or would you like me to read it out?
You could do both, but I'd like to have it in writing regardless.
Okay.
So whichever you prefer.
I will send it to you, as well as a list of interesting headings that you noticed as you flipped through.
Okay. All right. So this is in the beginning, or on the back?
At the beginning, on the back of the first, like the cover, the front cover on the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Notice strange terms being thrown around, such as vents and Among Us.
No.
Writings of an imposter.
All right. So it reads, "For they become gods, an inexhaustive index of old world artifacts and phenomenon" by Skip Amano. And here on the inside, I'll flip over the book. Dedicated in love to my wife Willow and my son Cork. I love and miss you both. This was never an easy decision, but the wilds have been calling me endlessly. A pounding in the head, a whisper in the ear, a thrum of the chest. It begs me to explore, and who am I to deny the might of the world? I leave you both in good care as always. Little Cork, I see such greatness in you, and should you hear the call as I did, I leave you with a special gift to follow my footsteps. Just skip. Would you say there's a table of context?
Nope.
Contents.
No, you just flip through, and then basically the biggest headings, I guess, catch your eye, and those are the biggest ones. The rest of the words in it are mostly kind of notes saying, "Oh, I stopped here on this date to camp. I ate this kind of food and saw these animals. I identified these kinds of plants." Just very kind of all over the space.
Okay.
I think I remember seeing that old doorway we passed just outside of Shirok somewhere illustrated.
Well, as I'm flipping through, the more bolded terms goes as follows. Hydrictus Tower, I hope that's how it's pronounced, the Whitetail Woods, the Silt Warden, the Archways, the Great Lenses, oh my lord, the Great Lenses of Raven's Roost, the Ether Split Phenomenon, and the Terrarier Islands.
Anubis is gonna drop everything he's doing and hone in on, like, zero in on you. Go, what did he say about the Whitetail Woods?
Then I'll flip back to it and kind of look around the page. Okay, here it says anybody who has transited adjacent to the Harker Pass must be familiar with the Whitetail Woods. Dark and gloomy deadwood as far as the eye can see. I have heard tale of a civilization deep within, and many a map agree with that suspicion. However, I should lose my adventuring spirit before I tempt fate and explore within. The plants are said to consume travelers, and the ground itself is said to suck the life right out of yourself. I am much too already bite-sized to say hello to those trees. So nothing good. It seems like Amano just observed it.
And what are the arches?
Yeah, the archways. It says, I first encountered a lone doorway on the sometime in the early spring of the first year of my journey, deep within the Ames Hold timberland. Oh. It was made of stone brick with arcane sigils scrawled on the threshold and the interior. Whether the door was ajar or not, it appeared inert, and so I continued on. It was only when I happened upon a second archway somewhere out past the cleaving range did I fully comprehend the purpose. Transference across vast distances is possible if a pair of doorways are linked. This linking process seems to be hard cast into the glyphs, but if both doors are ajar, all one needs to do is step through. It is clear our antecedents, I hope that's how it's spelled, built entities as if across the world, but was it just for personal gain? There are quite a handful of these structures built around Esfa, with seemingly no conjoint pattern to location. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. So that means the other door couldn't have been ajar, because we did walk through it.
Interesting. Never heard of magic like that.
Would I know where the cleaving range is?
Yes, you know it intersects with the Calabash mountain range at Crobin, around there, and then travels north. It's one of three major mountain ranges on the continent.
Interesting, okay.
So he didn't go into the Whitetail Wood, and he didn't see or meet anybody there, but he knows that there's people there.
Anubis, we've kind of moved on from the Whitetail Woods, unless you want to tell us something about you and that place.
I've been there. I think. Probably.
Wait, what do you mean you think?
Well, I never know, when you know You know, like you go to sleep and you have very, very, very vivid dreams, and there's a demon inside. He says this part a little. He's like, there's a demon inside me, and so I don't always know like what's just like a fun dream or what is supposed to be something that's big enough for me to notice. But I thought it was a dream until we have encountered this whitetail woods, and I did not make that up, and I was there, and there were deer people, but like they were more deer than people, and they wouldn't let me pet them because that's dehumanizing. But and they were very nice, and they spoke in my mind, and and that's why I've been meditating so much since, is because they mentioned maybe my god uh got me there, brought me there, and so I've been meditating and trying to communicate and see what else I could do.
Your
Okay.
people.
What?
I
Hmm.
mean, it doesn't mention anybody being there.
Yes, but it does hint at a civilization. Everything was dead until I saw this deer person, and they were so
What?
nice.
Uh, are we just not going to talk about the the dear people that speak to you in your mind?
I mean,
It's a
there is
sometimes dear
magic for
people. We all
that.
see them.
I mean, let's think about it here. I look like a reptile, and there's definitely magic that can speak in people's minds.
My hair's on fire.
And I saw God
Magic
like
deer
a
is
few
not
weeks
hard.
ago.
Yes.
It reminds me of like the
You
Disney princesses
communicate with a
talking about all
god.
the shit they can do.
I mean, telepathic deer isn't the weirdest thing we've encountered.
I
The
mean, it's
idea,
certainly interesting.
Pretty weird.
the
It
idea
didn't.
of a settlement of people hiding in a woods defending it using some sort of magic is not out of the question. I mean, that's where I'm from. I come
Wait, are
from a
you a
place
deer?
like that. I am very clearly not a deer. I don't mean those woods. I mean a different kind of woods.
I'm
Hey,
just asking.
hey, DM.
Yes.
Do centaurs exist as a race or in fiction in this setting?
You have not encountered any.
Okay. Not in fiction either.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a really crazy dream. I felt like I was dying about 3, 4, maybe 6 different times, and I drowned and I burned to death, and then it was terrible, really. But um, yeah, this was my magic-induced sleep.
Anubis,
Uh,
I feel like I could benefit from listening to you talk more.
I don't think
Maybe not
that's
right
true.
now, but
I don't think that's true for
just
anyone.
in general.
I think we should no longer use sleep spells anymore.
Well, I didn't really think the whole thing was real because I thought that I was back at my old hometown after everything that happened, and like some things were just a little not quite right, uncan
Uncanny?
uncanny. Yes, they were uncanny, and I just wasn't sure if it's fine, because then like my dead village members were running up to me on fire, and but the whitetail wood is real. That's the whole point. The rest of
Anubis,
it I take drugs for, but the
yes,
whitetail wood is real.
Anubis, have you perhaps been taking too much drug or too little?
I haven't taken any since last time.
Perhaps you should. I think it's good for you.
But
Did you did you see any carnivorous plants there? I'm trying to line it up to what Amano said.
no, that much was new, and I definitely everything was just dead except for
Hmm.
the deer people, and they had like nice little, you know, little hutches and everything, and it was quite nice.
Huh.
But like
Well,
it was there was like everything around us was dead except from where they were, and it was very, very alive over there. The plants were fine.
Perhaps it's just some sort of a magical way of keeping people away.
Yes. It seems like you need to be chosen to be there rather than adventuring yourself.
Hmm.
Well, perhaps we can get you over there at some point, since they seem to want to talk to you.
That would be cool.
Isn't that on the other side of the world?
No, it's 4 days from Tano.
Huh.
Oh, I actually have something that we that might mean something to us.
One more time.
Yes?
There's a page titled The Silt Warden, and he has a brief note talking about a great lake with a giant eye at the bottom.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. The people of the Great Lake are superstitious to say the least, though perhaps a little superstition is warranted. I would not want to be living upon the eye of a creature as the one they talk about in hushed whispers. I did not believe, but you know my mind is always open, so what better use of my phenomenal lung capacity than to take for a little swim? I remember going down, deeper than any one person should be. The water envelops you not just physically, but it takes over your mind as well. At a point, it's all you can think about. Just as I knew I had to turn back, I saw it, a yellow light pinpointing through the pitch water below me. As I stared, an immense sadness welled in me. For some reason I could not comprehend. I wanted to stay, to comfort it, but my air did not allow. I cannot confirm, but the story of the Ranuba, Raonuba, the Silt Warden, may have more truth to it than I had presumed. And for, like, writing purposes, because I know you're probably wanting to write this down, Connor, I'll send it to you with just the, reason that Emerus wrote it down for everyone else to read.
You're a fucking legend.
But
Well, Emerus likes writing too, so he definitely would have copied it in his journal at the very least.
Oh great.
I'll put
So-
it in, like, the whole server later.
as well as for my own notes, is it Silt Warden, or what was the name of the creature?
Silt. S-I-L-T.
Silt. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will
Well-
I will post all of these in handouts at the end of the session.
Awesome.
Okay.
Nice.
Just to
Nice.
be more transparent, also if there's any mention of a ship or a vessel called the Belligerent, that's also from my vision dream.
I'll
Really?
definitely keep an eye out for it.
You really do need to tell us more about your vision dreams.
I thought that was just a dream, but I probably should have said something a little bit sooner. But again, nothing would have happened. But that's why I have drugs.
When some dreams come up that feel different and strange, then probably tell us. But the dreams where just awful, horrible, torturous things happen to you, they're probably from your upstairs guest.
Or, if you dream that you show up to the tavern without pants on, stuff like that, you don't need to tell us.
Okay.
It might be good, for us to get you a notebook to write them down in.
I don't think his writing skills are that good for the.
But that's how we
Dude,
get
yes.
better.
But that's the
no?
point.
Aye,
That's
that
how
is.
you get to
You could-
practice.
You could
That's
draw.
definitely how you get better.
If you don't know the word, you can ask for help or draw a little picture.
Well, then most of the pages are going to be pictures.
I don't think there's anything wrong
There's
with
nothing
that.
so
I mean, most
Wrong
of the
with
pages, most of the pages in this journal are pictures.
Oh yeah, I'm eating it up.
Don't eat the book.
I'm turning this bad boy apart.
No, we need that.
No, it's so bad.
Turn this bad boy into pulp.
Get it out your mouth. Bad.
Emerus enjoys this book greatly because he has his own little journal going on, and it's nice to see that somebody has like made one that's important.
So I can only imagine Emerus just
Okay.
eating the book like a hamburger.
I
Like,
hate you.
Are you reading any other headings?
Yeah, he'll skim through all of them if you want to add the last two.
There's.
He'll sit down and read the entire book front to back.
No.
before-
He's skimming, so he's looking at these
He'll
like.
read everything.
Well, okay, so that's a problem because I don't have everything written, but I do have the main stuff.
We'll say that. Well, translating does kind of take work, so.
Yes.
So
I'll,
another thing.
yeah, Hydrictus
Oh no, you
Tower.
go.
I just sent you.
I think the only ones we're missing. Oh wait, yeah, we're missing Tower, Great Lenses, and Terrier Islands.
Okay, so I just sent you the tower.
Does it say anything about your experience with the seed, Amiss?
With the sea what?
The seed.
Oh,
When you died?
see, I was glancing through it and I found one small passage where Amano saw this, what he called a ether split phenomenon. I guess he says this because he saw it in the sky, but just a very quick zap of pure red light in the sky. I'd imagine it was dissimilar enough from lightning that he felt the need to write it down. But yeah, that's about it. Here, let me read some more. The tower one he calls the tower an artifact. One of the most known from Das Rock. But their help.
Amherst doesn't know how to pronounce it.
Oh god.
Well, okay, you're from
Dos
Tano.
Rock?
You probably know that the Dos Reak is the name of what the Otterfolk call themselves.
Oh, okay. Das Rock. He's educated more than I am. I almost forgot to take note of it in this compendium upon my commencement of my travels. The tower stands just a couple hours away from Goldbrink. Of course, as our spawn point, it is quite sacred to us. The spawn point?
Wait, did they get born there?
Well, I assume it's their origin of life. Regardless if that's biological or
Okay, well, good.
religious.
Because I really don't want there to be a place where they just carry the pregnant ones and they just come out babies there. That seems
I'm sure,
disturbing.
I feel like it's more of a cultural thing rather than a...
Okay. Just, people, some cultures can be weird about it.
Anyway, the old wizard, he references this old wizard, no name. It begs the question, what did end up happening to Makuli all those years ago? My thoughts on the matter are conflicted with my theology, but with such a creation, such a notable creation, I can think of nothing else other than an ascent to godhood. Okay. So I assume he's implying this wizard made the tower.
Is
Does
the
that mean
HRT
this-
wizard?
Does that mean this wizard made the other folk as well?
I assume that's what he's implying, since he refers to it as an ascent to godhood.
And I really hope this doesn't sound offensive, but if it's a sense of godhood, why would it spawn other folk? Is that the grand achievement of godhood?
I mean,
Nothing all the other folk is called lovely people.
no, I'm trying to
It's not
think of
my
how.
go-to.
I'm trying to think of how to phrase this without getting into evolution bullshit that may or may not exist in this world.
Is evolution
You know
real?
what I mean? It's like, okay, Bessie, you came from a monkey. What are you talking about?
I'm a fire creature. I didn't come from a monkey.
You
he's
came
an
from like
elemental.
a
He came from
hot piece of
genies.
wood. Congratulations.
I came from a bonfire. Fuck you.
You came from genies and shit.
Yeah.
It depends on your
furnace.
homebrew.
But
Anyway,
Freaking alcoholic.
If I crack an egg on top of Ember's skin, will it cook?
this is such a diversion from the conversation we were.
no,
What was
I am
in that
excited.
cider?
Box is Ember's body hotter than others?
Did they spike
They
your
are.
cider?
You wanna see?
No.
Yes, please.
This is
Yeah.
oh my. Go upstairs then. We're doing serious scientific and historical inquiry here. This is a heritage document. It's probably unethical that we have it in some capacity.
Well, since when did we care about ethics?
I do all the time, actually.
Like
No,
ethics.
you
Love it.
don't.
It's something
Was-
important to me, quite frequently.
I was curious. The handwriting. and the age of the book, do you think it might actually belong to the Papa Amano man?
Considering one of the greatest threats to a town we had to save had it in his hands, I have high. I believe it is the original, yes.
Well, shite. Good thing I
How
didn't.
else would it be handwritten?
Very true.
Well, I don't know. I know it's old.
I wouldn't imagine the great potentiate would simply get a copy at the bookstore.
True. I'm just glad that I didn't hand this to someone else.
Mm-hmm. I think if we wanted to do the right thing about this, the best thing to do would be to visit the Amano house, see if there's a way to contact the family, and then return the book. By then, we could copy all the notes in it.
But wouldn't having the genuine article of the book be useful for us?
Not really.
Why
A
not?
translated book that I could do would be infinitely more useful. You all could read it.
Then you're wasting
I mean,
time.
is anybody able to? Is
And
anybody able to try to detect magic on the books? See if this copy actually is holding anything that a copy wouldn't.
I mean, it's not my wheelhouse, but you don't really need magic to have an original, you know?
I, I, I mean. Well, hang on. Let me just check 1 second.
It would take time for me to translate it, certainly, but it would probably take a longer time to try and track down the original family.
Yes. Why do either?
Mm,
'Cause it's cool.
some of us like to do the right thing.
Yes, how's that working for you?
I think it would be
We don't
nice to
have as many
return.
holes in our skin.
Excuse me?
I still have quite a few many.
I
Hmm?
have a lot. It pains me deeply every day. But regardless of
Mm.
that,
Oh, yeah.
I would much prefer returning the book of presumably somebody's son, father, or brother.
Yes, but weren't we just told that there were no Amanos left in town?
In town. We were explicitly told they moved.
Well, how about we go to the house before we have to leave today? And then.
Fine. Yes, do
I am
that.
certain there's at least
Figure out
something we
what's
can
more.
learn from it.
God, being moral is exhausting.
Perhaps you can steal something to comfort yourself.
No, don't. Please don't encourage him. He will actually do it.
My lord.
I don't need encouragement to steal.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I'm not some common thief, excuse you very much.
How'd the building get on fire?
But
That's true.
That was nothing common
Anubis
about
out
that.
loud is gonna go ho 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 ho.
There's nothing common about what I did there, so shut the fuck up.
There's nothing common
Yes,
about you
he
starting
needs-
a gang war.
He needs to be. It's gonna make a good story.
I didn't start a gang war. I started.
Oh,
a
I guess
gang
you just
conflict.
I guess you just sparked the flame on that one, didn't you? Regardless, I'm pretty sure you set the building on fire by setting off something.
Yes, I set off a fire, you fucking idiot.
How do you set off the fire?
For fun.
Have you seen what I'm made out of? Use your
Oh,
brain.
so it was racial profiling when Doric brings it up. But now it's a scapegoat to pretend like you didn't do any criminal activity.
I did do criminal activity. I'm a criminal. Keep up.
Regardless.
Sorry.
Dork is going to finish off his food and stand up and just like, well, I'm gonna go get my things and get Dearest ready.
Do you
I'll be
do you
outside.
do you want to hear these last two bits, or would you just prefer to read them when I transcribe them?
Oh, well, yeah, if you're going to continue reading, then yeah, I'll stay for that.
Yeah, it's not too much. The Great Lenses of the Raven's Roost talks about a city of Crowborn from the Cloving Fjords. So some sort of crow bird-like race. They can fly, which is wow, that's interesting. The engineering of the city boggles the mind. The harvesting of the wind is no small feat, but the lenses be most impressive. So it seems like they found a way to turn wind into a source of energy. And then the Terrier Islands is another interesting setting. It seems like deep in the Fedoran forest, just barely peeking out of the dense cloud line, but for a moment, the floating shapes of the Terrier Islands appeared. I had been told by many in person that they were a myth, and that I was foolish to venture into the jungle with that solitary goal. Search for exotic plants, find an ancient temple, explore a cave covered with glyphs, they had said. Well, I did find all of the above. However, the island shunned them all. Such a large mass sailing through the air without any rush and no seeming destination. Perhaps they are like me in that way. Aha, the reader will not understand that I am quite plump and stout, but now they will.
He just like me for real, for real.
That's what he's referencing.
Just hearing the description "plump and stout" makes me so happy.
He also wrote, he inserted, what just seems to be a laugh. Just, oh, aha.
That's a very specific laugh.
It is. But that's about it.
There's definitely quite a many strange things in the Great Forest of Fëdor.
Yeah, I remember you
Right.
talking about it, so I figured it might be of interest to you.
I cannot remember explicitly. Is Dork familiar with the floating islands?
Never seen them. You've heard myths.
Okay.
You've heard tall tales that people have seen them, but nope, you've never seen them yourself.
Tall
Okay.
tales, but they're too tall for you, short boy.
I've heard of the floating islands in the forest, but I wanted to see them, but never got the chance. Even without them, you'll find very unique things within.
Have I ever seen floating islands just throughout my life?
Nope, never. Although you have been to the Great Lenses of Raven Roost.
The what now?
The Great Lenses of Raven's Roost. You have been there. Out of character, you wrote a story about them.
Dude, cool. What?
That first chapter you wrote about, way back when, about Lawrence.
I need to fucking search my folders.
I'll.
What the hell? Wait. Okay, so was it
It's like the observatory.
the observatory?
Yeah, you get the Mario Galaxy music for the.
Yeah. What the fuck? I have 3 stories. Yeah. All right. Hold up. So I have 3 short stories.
Yes.
From Espa. I have a session 14, like when just kind of recapping
Not that one.
that session in short story format. I have a nightmare, and then I have the Kairoa shit.
Send me the nightmare one.
Okay. Let me because that wasn't like in one specific location. That was just a fucking room.
I'm saying it now. Amorous would never eat mayo. Anybody who eats mayo needs psychiatric help.
Oh my god!
Wait, you don't
Yeah, but
eat mayo like in general?
No, it is
But
nasty.
Floridian
It
has
is
a hot
gross.
take.
Delicious. Yeah, Floridian.
I don't like
Floridian
it.
has a
I
hot
kid you not.
take.
I think it's so. My stepdad's from Alabama, and I think he ate him a lot as a kid. He can't eat mayo, or he will like literally throw up.
Good for him.
Not good for him.
According to your internal logic, that means less mayo, which is good.
That's true.
Okay, I need to
Yeah.
find.
Although he's very picky on sushi.
Dude,
Drives me
You guys
insane.
continue. I will find this document that Connor shared with me because it's not either of those.
I Actually, I'm rephrasing. Anybody that eats anything other than spicy mayo. Spicy mayo can stay.
Have you
All right, what
ever
about
had?
mayo mixed with ketchup?
That actually sounds worse.
What
Why
about?
would you do that? Yeah.
That sounds
But
disgusting.
no, it's delicious.
No.
I mean,
There's
most
this-
like
Ah,
Actually terrible. What would you eat it with?
Found it.
I'll give you the benefit of the
most
doubt. What would you eat ketchup and mayo with?
a
most,
hamburger.
hamburgers have them if you go to like McDonald's or Wendy's.
Yeah,
No.
shit
Yeah, that's like
ass.
the
Not
special sauce.
default. You have to
Yeah,
ask for mayo.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
no,
how
mayo
about
and
go to
ketchup
like
is like
an
the default
actual
sauce.
good burger joint.
Yeah.
They'll put mayo on your burger because they know it's good for you.
I literally worked at a diner. I don't need this BS. Mayo is for losers that ask for it.
Oh my
Mayo
god!
chub.
Sorry, Moss. Mayo is fucking like Heinz. Heinz
doesn't
serves
mean
mayo chub.
it's
Mayo chub is on
good.
like everything.
Moss, you
That
need to
doesn't mean
remember.
it's
It does
good.
mean it's good.
No.
You need to remember a very
If something
simple
is
thing.
popular, it's usually because it's genuinely good.
McDonald's serves microplastics. That doesn't mean it's okay.
Yummy.
That's not the appeal, silly
Delish.
goose.
Not for you guys. That's why I go to McDonald's.
I am
You're like,
full
hey,
of
I gotta collect
plastic.
some shit on the open sea here. I'll take what I can get when I stop by a landmass.
Listen, I'll be real with you. I went to McDonald's last week because I wanted the Happy Meal with the Pokemon cards in it. And I also happened to order a burger, and it had no mayonnaise.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, that's
Florida. That
great.
doesn't count.
I'm glad that you're choosing McDonald's to be the standard for your burger. You're real.
McDonald's is like one of the most successful burger chains in the world.
Okay, we are off topic.
Yeah, but it's also one of
Okay.
the worst ones.
and we have I've got Connor set up with what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So we're all on the
No.
same page now.
Yeah, it was just because I didn't fucking know how curved the Earth was, and I think you just filled out like, oh yeah, there's magical telescopes that can ignore the horizon, and that's why I know this.
There you go.
Wait, so the Earth
It's because
can
I
be
don't
flat?
know. It's because I'm a flat earther
I agree.
And a racist? Too powerful.
and
I
a
don't
racist
agree there.
and homophobic and
Too
transphobic and
powerful.
ableist.
I
Nice.
don't know,
Keep
man. You're going
going.
too far. I'm
Keep
just
going.
sexist.
Oh yeah, and sexist.
Doric
Alright.
stands.
I hate having sex.
Get his equipment. I'm going to go wait outside while you all talk about your condiments and whatever.
How dare you make it canon?
Wait, yeah, I have a question. I have a super
Yes,
serious question.
What?
Does mayonnaise exist?
Yeah,
in
isn't
Espa?
it? No, isn't it, one of the
it's
things
D&D
from the alchemy
canon.
jar?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
it
D&D
does
canon.
We
exist.
can
God,
mayo. We have an alchemy jar.
Do we have an infinite supply of mayo?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, this is legendary.
If you pour it, I'm telling you right now, Emerus is gonna throw up.
God, we have only an hour and a half left.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Alright, so. The party collects themselves.
Yes. We all get that shit and go outside.
Gather your stuff,
Yeah.
pack up your
Yo.
rooms, you head outside.
Go
Where are you
outside and
going?
touch some grass.
I know Emerus and Doric are gonna go to the Amano house.
Okay.
If
Is it-
anyone else would love to come with.
Would love nothing more.
Amber goes with them.
I'm gonna go too.
Right, so everyone's going to the
Hey, go
Amano
with us.
household.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's only about a 20-minute walk down the coast, a little bit ways out of town, away from the bustle and whatnot. But there's a quaint, kind of single-story abode nestled up against the riverbank. In fact, a portion of the building hangs over the water's surface, held aloft by thick wooden beams sunk deep into the earth below. It would be a picturesque home if it weren't for what appeared to be decades and decades and decades of neglect. The roof is pockmarked with splintery holes, and several of the windows are shattered. Reeds grow thick around the back and sides of the house, and there's many holes in the wall. There's a small fence kind of around it, but no one seems to be in the area.
So much for a groundskeeper, keeping it tidy.
Well,
So much for this being a place of reverence.
can I look around to see if there's anybody, else here besides us?
Make a perception check.
Of course. Is it like bright outside?
Oh god, you're gonna make me bring up the weather.
What is the weather, DM?
Fantasy
Yeah.
calendar. Access denied. It is partly cloudy, so yes, it is. It is.
Actually, so rude. I got a nat 22 and I can't even use it. Okay, Nate.
An 8. Doesn't appear
Yeah,
to
I
be
have
anyone.
disadvantage on perception.
Doesn't appear to be anyone around.
Dang. Rip that nat 20.
From where we are standing, can I use my talent in woodworking to sort of tell just how rickety the house is? Like, could it support any weight if someone were to walk into it?
You'd have to get a closer view.
Okay, then
Like you'd have to
I'm
get up
going to.
into like peer inside to examine the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick look around to see if anyone is watching us.
Make a perception check.
All right, I'm going to use my actual dice because those digital ones are not friendly to me. That is a 13.
Doesn't appear to be anyone around.
All right, I'm gonna just take a closer look, and I'm gonna just hop over the fence.
Okay.
And approach the house.
All right.
Are we going inside?
I'm just taking a quick look to see if it could even support us.
What if I just turn into a mouse?
That's actually a very good idea, Anubis.
Thank you. And he's just shrinks down into a little mouse and starts scurrying his way towards the house.
All right. So just in this puff of mushroom spores, you see this pink and blue mouse just appear at the feet of where Anubis used to stand and scurry off into the house. Anubis, are you looking for anything specific?
I'm looking for a way in first and foremost.
There's a front door that is open.
Okay. He's gonna just
That's
scurry in there
convenient.
and like hug the walls
Okay.
to
Inside,
not run across the middle.
inside, it looks ransacked isn't the word, but it looks empty. Like there's not any damage other than natural damage on the inside. It looks like.
Okay.
There is, however, a hefty chest that looks bolted to the floor with a hefty lock on it in the back corner of one of the rooms.
Okay. Is it one storied?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I have you make a perception check?
Yes, I was gonna say, should I make a perception
Or investigation. Either one.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be perception. Oh, I watched it slowly roll off of the 20. What an asshole. I mean, I still get a total of 18.
Okay.
But still.
You notice there's also partially hidden underneath a rug that has been clearly moved. You see a door with a padlock, kind of like a trap door on the floor with a padlock as well.
Okay.
And the floor looks, better condition than the rest of the house.
I'll just do like a couple of quick little like mouse hops to like test the floor. Just like bing bing bing.
Yep, and it feels solid for a mouse.
Awesome. It will not collapse on me. And he'll run out to the front door. I can't find anybody in here, correct?
No. With that
Okay.
perception check, no, you didn't find anyone.
Okay, what if I like on my way back to the front door, I'm just gonna like squeak, you know?
Okay.
Just gonna like be a little noisy little mousy. Just to check and see if anyone's attention is grabbed.
Dork is standing closest, probably.
Yeah, and I'm gonna stay in the doorway and just kind of like motion over for everyone, just like kind of like wiggle.
Dork is going to approach and peek inside.
Nothing. Same lack of furniture. There's a tattered rug on the floor. Make a perception or investigation check for me, please.
Alright, definitely investigation. It's
And
not the D20.
can I have the people outside make investigation or perception checks as well, please?
Yes.
That is a 19.
You noticed, partially covered by the tattered rug, there is a trapdoor in the floor with a hefty padlock and a hefty chest in one of the back rooms, bolted to the floor with another hefty padlock on it.
16 on investigation.
16. Okay.
And that's a 19 perception for me.
All right. Lawrence and Ember, you're kind of peering around the outside of the house while the people are investigating inside. You see two kind of stone cubes, maybe 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet, in a row on the left side of the house.
Huh. Can we go over to them? Are they accessible?
Yeah, sure. They're just in the yard.
I'm gonna go over to it and investigate, knock on it and stuff.
Walk over the yard.
All right, so you knock on them. It is completely solid rock, and you don't even need an investigation check because these are grave markers
Oh, shit. I should have
for
knocked on it.
a Skip and Cork Amano.
Oh, bother. Who's the
I
third one?
can't help but feel we're somehow disrespecting the dead here.
Yes, I do. I feel the knocking wasn't terribly good of me. It's my bad. Who's on the third gravestone? You said there were 3, right?
There are 2, sorry.
Oh, 2, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So that solved the mystery of where they went, I feel.
There are dates written on the grave markers. They are marked in the second era, which is the current era is the third era, so nearly 500 years ago. Skip,
A lot of fucking years
a
ago.
lot of fucking years ago. Skip has a birth date of around the 4th year of the second era, and no death date. And Cork has a birth date around the 25th year of the second era, and a death date around the 40th year of the second era.
Well, this is a slightly depressing gravestone, but
Aye.
I assume that the no death date on the other Amano means that they're not sure when he died and not that he's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wait, so when was the Amano without the death date born?
Around the...
How many years ago?
How many years ago? That
Yeah,
would
you said
be...
like 500, right?
Yeah, it'd be...
We're in the third era.
Yes, we're in the third era. That would...
100 year of 154.
Yes. It would be around... Let me check my era timeline. Okay, so
And so, like,
we're in year overall 164. Sorry, 1064. This happened around year... Yeah, so blah, 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 around 600 years ago.
so just making sure, these are otter folk, right?
Correct. I mean, you've never seen them before, but they are otters. They are bipedal. They
No,
are...
we have seen them because we saw the statue.
Yeah, and you've seen them in town, but not before Goldbrink.
And so, from what I know about my limited knowledge about the world, otter folk tend to not live 600 years, right?
As your assumption, and it seems right to you, yes?
Okay, cool. I think he might be dead, Ember.
yes, I agree. I think we are on what we call a fool's errand at the moment. I don't believe there's anyone alive to give the book to.
Well,
Could have passed along the bloodline.
Yeah, did maybe Cork have some kids?
Yeah, where did you come from?
You're a
Wait,
mouse.
were you a mouse?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't talk, can I? I'm just squeaking. I'm just squeaking.
Sorry,
There's
Bestie.
there's just a pink and blue mouse just squeaking.
I'll jump up
Yeah,
into
sure.
someone's breast pocket if they've got one.
Emrys definitely has one.
I will jump up into Emers's breast pocket. I'm just squeaking.
Well, I do assume if there was a further line, they would also be buried here after their death. Yet there's only 2 gravestones, which does tell us something about the Amano line, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, our informant in the tavern told us that the rest of the family left out of pain, so I wouldn't imagine they would be buried here.
That note at the very front of the book, it mentioned Willow.
Yes, his wife.
Yes, but that would be conceivably over 600 years ago.
Aye, true.
But
By the
it's
way,
worth the fact that she's not buried here.
I found some stuff inside.
Oh.
2
Oh,
locks.
Oh,
And Dork will re-enter the house and gesture to the padlock chest and also like uncover the little door underneath the carpet.
oh, that is ominous. So,
Hey,
who wants to check out a secret basement room?
well, I can try my hand at opening either lock. I'd say the big chest first.
You take the chest, I take the door.
Very well.
Isn't this kind of messed up, though?
What do you mean?
Oh, certainly.
I mean,
Hey.
we're trying to find answers.
Yes, I don't understand the question.
So, and if you look at it this way, someone took this Papa Amano's book and tried using it for quite questionable things, including human sacrifices. So I feel like it's a good thing to investigate why they would do such a thing.
Hmm.
Does that sound ethical enough for you?
Aye, those are some very good points.
Okay.
Emrys
And-
is gonna frown and turn to Lawrence a bit. Isn't, like, your whole prerogative respecting the dead? Like, I'm not saying you can't have nuance on stuff like this, but it does make me a bit curious.
Well, no, those are good points, and obviously I'm a little skeptical about this, but the way I see it, we're not disrespecting the dead by, well, we're little bit a little bit disrespecting the dead by rummaging through their home, but we're also doing this to prevent more people from getting hurt and dying, you know? If, let's say, this whole thing with the potentate isn't over, then we can save more people by being well armed with knowledge, and that's what we're doing here.
Not to mention, if they took the book, they could make their way over here and get whatever is behind these locks.
Yes, rather it's respectable people like us who gets to it first.
Well, I wouldn't
Humble
say
heroes.
respectable. I wouldn't say any of us are really respectable, let's be honest.
I respect myself. I don't know about you
Anubis will
people.
squeak.
Well, considering
Why
that
she
they,
still much? God,
I don't know, don't judge him. But considering that they buried their family members here and left them, there's a good chance that the book was left here, right?
yes, and perhaps there's more books in the basement. Dangerous books that will fall in the wrong hands if we don't get them first.
I
Dork,
mean, I'm not stopping you.
Dork
is-
and
Oh, but you're being annoying.
Anubis, you two were the ones who entered this house first, yeah? Did you notice
Aye.
any signs of anybody breaking in before us?
well, the whole place is kind of run down to shite, being around a couple centuries old.
Yeah, Anubis will just shake his head no.
So then,
I mean, there's no door really.
so unless the potentate could or is extremely old and had acquired this book beforehand, and I don't think they're the ones that got that book. At least not from this place.
Hey, the notes in it said that that skip kind of disappeared.
Mhm.
Well, best we start finding out stuff. And Doric is going to reach into his bag of holding and pull out his thieves' tools, which are still the ones made of grass.
Okay, cool.
And he is going to attempt to pick the lock on the big chest.
And Ember's going to try to pick the lock on the door at the floor.
Okay, both of you make thieves' tools checks with dexterity, please.
Alrighty.
If you're having issues,
21.
if you're having
21.
issues, let me know.
And for you, Doric?
Where's my... Hang on. Where's my... Oh, there it is. I'm dumb. Okay. Ooh, 24.
God damn it.
How dare you roll higher than me?
Okay, so both of you are set on picking these locks, and they are much more difficult than locks you're used to picking, Ember and Doric. You get to many points. This is a long pick process to get the tumbler set in the right place without bending any of your tools. There's a lot of tension here. There's multiple false sets and other security measures. And Ember, you get to a point where you think you've got it, and you feel your tools start to bend a bit. Do you continue or do you stop?
I continue.
All right. And you hear a pop, and the lock pops open. Your tool's bent a tiny bit, but it's not non-functional anymore. Doric, you get to a point where you are setting the tumblers where they need to go, and you hear a click. Easier than you expected in the last one, but both locks have been popped open.
I am going to slowly open the chest and make sure nothing pops out at me.
Okay. You slowly open the chest. Do you look inside?
Yes.
Okay. Inside, you see two large duffel bags. You see about you see three smaller leather sacks, and you see a rolled up mat on one side and a compass, ornately engraved, made of gold and silver, placed gingerly on top of one of the knapsacks.
Huh. Hang on, let me check one thing. Before he touches anything, Dork is going to pull out his family hammer, and the head of it is going to glow and sprout a flower, and it is going to break it as he casts Detect Magic. Not as a ritual, just gonna cast it.
Sure. There are two sources of magic in this chest. There is the compass that is magic, is emanating a divination magic. And there is a magic surrounding the mat, the rolled up mat, that is emanating let me check. Emanating a faint necromancy school of magic.
Oh dear. And I'm going to check the bags for stuff.
So the two big bags have just all sorts of traveling gear. You can add two explorers packs to your inventory if you so choose. And the small bags contain a total of 46 gold pieces.
Hey!
Dork is gonna just smile at that and gonna quietly add that to my inventory. 46,
Oh
did you say?
my
Yes.
god.
We're just looking for books. What if it's dangerous?
Can I have you make an investigation check for me, please? Dork.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. That is a 22.
As you're unpacking from these bags, you notice there are, compasses in the adventurers packs. Standard fare, navigation, and whatnot. The gold compass, the fancy one that has been set upon the bags, does not point north.
I'm going to gingerly pick up the compass.
Okay.
And I'm going to sort of like turn it a bit
Yep.
to test the direction it's pointing in.
Yeah, it works. It's just not pointing north. It's pointing sort of west-ish.
Okay, I'm gonna like shake it a bit, and it is pointing at a precise location, yes?
Correct.
Hello?
Yes, it does point to a precise location even after you shake it.
Okay. Gonna add that to my inventory.
Just put magical compass for now.
Man,
Spencer,
this
why
is
do you
the
feel the
sec-
need to give us like 10 plot hooks in one session?
Because it's fun.
Like all pointing in
Also, to be quite
different
fair,
directions.
I expected you guys to read that book and have it translated and also get through Anubis's weird fucked up dream like earlier on, so we didn't compile everything into one session.
Well, that's on you for expecting us to be productive and effective.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're very
I'm all for
one-track
blaming him
minded.
for this.
Many
That's
people in the
silly.
survey said, yeah, give me all of the side quests.
Very true. And I don't regret that.
Always gives us a goal.
We're gonna be playing this campaign for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And
We'll be happy about it.
We'll complain.
It's gonna take Ember 4 years to become a good person.
So true.
Are you investigating anything else in the chest? Are you taking anything out? I believe you've taken everything except the mat now.
Yeah, I'm going to check the mat.
Okay, so you unroll it. It's kind of like a pale tan beige with some green etchings, with sigils kind of inscribed into it, with the green, sewing and whatnot.
It's a mat. What color is it again?
Like pale tan beige with green sigils. And it's about 2 feet by 4 feet.
Okay, can I... Let's see, let me check my thing. Can I make a history check to see if I've ever seen or heard of any item like this?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. That will be 18.
You have not heard of anything like this. Yeah, I mean, you've heard
Damn
of
it.
mats. This is about the size of perhaps like a prayer mat of the sort, but you have no recollection or indication of what these sigils, these necromantic sigils, could be used for.
I'm going to take the mat.
Okay.
Well, actually, I found some adventuring gear if anyone wants it.
oh, what's in it?
Just your standard adventuring pack that you could get from a general goods stores.
Does it have money? Oh shit! Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Yeah.
He asked us has money.
I also found this, I don't know, prayer mat that happens to have a bit of necromancy magic attuned to it.
With that, Anubis will actually jump out of Emers's pocket and reshape back into Anubis.
Have any of you seen something like that before?
No, but that sounds right up my alley.
Alright, well, I can obviously identify these, though. I also found some kind of a compass. It's definitely. I thought it was broken for a second, but no, it's magic. Has a divination magic on it. It's pointing somewhere west. But I won't know for certain what these things are until I borrow Emerus's nice little pearl for my casting rituals.
Yeah, I don't mind using it as long as I get it back. You know, the usual.
Aye, that works for me. Although we'll probably find these out later on the ship.
Ember, you
Yes.
cracked open the basement yet?
No, just kind of waking everyone else talking with.
Okay.
As soon as there's kind of lull with a conversation, Imber opens it up, but does it so he stands behind the ledge itself, so in case something jumps out, he's not in the splash zone as it was.
Sure. You open it. Do you open it quickly or slowly?
Quickly, just whoop.
Okay. You swing the hatch door open, and nothing jumps out. There are just some stairs leading down into a pitch black basement.
So, who wants to go first?
Wait.
There could be bad things down here, right?
No, not at all. So you should go first.
Dork will take his hammer,
Mhm.
and he is going to use his. Oh my god. Where is my stuff? He's going to lightly. No, stop! I can cast magic! I have magic! I swear! He's going to. Actually, I'm going to take a copper coin,
Okay.
and I am going to use my magical tinkering ability to make it glow. Gonna just tap it with my smithing hammer, and I'll make a 5-foot radius light. And I'm going to just simply drop it down into the trapdoor.
Okay. You drop your lit up coin, your little glow stick, and it clatters to the base of the stairs and illuminates the base, and it looks to be about 8 feet down. You can't see much more than that.
Nothing else sus?
Nope, can't see anything.
Okay.
Right, I suppose I should probably go down first.
You can or I can.
Who's going down first?
I'm gonna start heading down.
Okay, Lawrence is. So, climb down the ladder. It kind of creaks under the weight of your heavy armor. And you... Stop it! You can't... Distracting me, Lily. You climb down the ladder. It creaks beneath your boots. And you hit the bottom. And you can almost immediately tell this is a small room. Just kind of facing the ladder. And as you turn around kind of to face the open room, your dark vision alleviates some of the darkness. See, there's a nice wooden floor. It's a small circular room, maybe about 10 feet in radius. Carved sandstone walls, wooden ceiling, wooden floor, scattered scrolls, parchment, and prayer mats litter the floor. Except for the center. In the center, there's a smaller circle, maybe about 5 feet, 2.5 feet in radius. engraved, chiseled into the wood, and looks like molten gold has been poured in some sort of like pattern, a glyph, an arcane pattern. And floating above this sigil is kind of this amorphous, translucent, pale gray thing just floating there.
Kid down there?
He's just gonna like look back at the rest of the party and just like put a finger to his lips, like, and then he's gonna point at the thing.
Dork is going to just go down.
Yep, you see much the same view.
Kimber follows.
Alright.
Everyone who wants to come down will see the same view.
Morris isn't gonna come down. He's just gonna peek through the trapdoor.
Okay.
Well, I'm definitely gonna pick up my coin. My glowing coin.
I don't think Anubis is really gonna fit down there with everyone else, so he's just gonna watch upstairs and make sure that no one's gonna like approach the house.
Have I... I'm going to... Well, it hasn't killed us yet. And I don't know... I don't think that... What was that noise?
Does Dork say that on character?
It's just the silverfish. You're in a dungeon. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god. Well, I don't think that sweet, and kindly Arthur man in that journal would have something, malicious in his basement. So, I'm just gonna pretend that it's not gonna kill us.
We don't
Well,
know what kind
pretend
of
all
person.
you will. Yes. You don't
We
know
don't
if a
know.
man was chained up down here. It can happen.
We don't know what kind of person Cork was.
Meant, Skip.
Cork did outlive him, though.
Aye, and then got buried in there. Well, I'm trying to think, the thing... Okay, Skip said that he left something for his son, Quark, to help him and stuff, but I was thinking that maybe it's the magical compass I just found. But I don't know. I'd love to know what that thing is.
It doesn't look like it's responding to us in any way.
It is slow.
Does it?
It's slowly wavering, just like kind of. It's oblong-ish.
Is it liquidy looking?
No, it looks more like a very distinct gas. Like it has hard edges, and it's just kind of floating there.
Okay, so it's gaseous.
Looks like it.
Should we poke it?
Okay, I know some of us.
What are you guys doing in my house?
I know some of us were not here last time when we decided to go into somebody else's place and take things, and then were maybe attacked by a giant robot. But this probably rings as a bad idea.
When were you attacked by a robot? What?
It was before we met you. No,
What the hell were you guys doing yesterday?
Why do I keep
No,
hearing about
okay,
other people
are you telling me
making...
you don't remember this?
You were there.
In the cave where you guys made me go through the breathing crack in the wall?
Oh,
is this what
yes,
your
yes.
I
adventure
still
with
have that
Yuzu?
coin, by the way.
Nice.
A sudden gust of wind slams the door shut to the top.
The trapdoor?
Yes.
My head was in it.
Anubis?
You want to
Anubis?
put your head down?
Yes!
Okay, make
Yeah.
a dexterity
Is
saving
that
throw.
you?
Make a what saving throw?
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my lord. Give me a second, Discord is still up. I don't want to get choked up by the door. This sounds like the worst way to go.
Yeah, you've had several of those, getting sniped, getting
Oh, thank the
harpooned,
Lord.
getting murked by a door on the floor.
17.
Mm-hmm.
You hear
I
the...
feel like I'd fall into the room if I'm being honest with you.
Sure, yeah, you can fall into, or you can yank your head out at the last minute. Up to you. It's
I feel like it'd
whatever his
be
instincts
easier
would
to
do.
just definitely fall in if the door's coming down.
Yeah, sure. So Emrys just fall. You hear a slam of a door, and then you hear a softer thud of a kobold.
Fuck.
Wait,
Well,
I
that's
confirm
dramatic.
that it was a sudden gust of wind?
The door slammed.
Uh,
Can I open
That's
it?
not a good sign.
Do you rush over and open it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just to prop it back up and make sure that the homies are not gonna suffocate.
yeah. You can open it easily.
Yeah. Just open it back up and be like, it was the wind.
we're alive. Well, that was dramatic. Are you
I'm-
okay?
Yeah, I almost. Forget it. My point still stands though. This sounds like a terrible idea.
Emrys,
It does, but when has that stopped us?
as you're like down here and looking at
Mhm.
this kind of pale gray thing, it's not gray. It's not pale. It's not translucent. It is a fully formed, like opaque being.
Is it kind of
It's still amorphous.
opalescence?
Yep.
Like, does it have any like rainbow shimmer?
Kind of like that, yeah.
Interesting.
But only for Emrys.
Emerson's just gonna look at it for a bit. What are we trying to gain out of this?
I don't
Guys-
know. It's in a...
Okay. I think I'm going to approach it.
I would. Something about this feels weird.
I'm curious, and I love finding out things I don't know when I'm feeling curious.
Like deja vu weird.
Deja vu. Oh, do you mean when you were
I'm
zipped
not
away?
saying it is. I'm not saying it is. It looks very similar.
no,
Something
it doesn't.
about it.
No, it doesn't at all.
You were not there, Ember.
What? Yes, I was. Wait. Okay, well, fair enough. But still.
It's not the
Shit.
same.
Dork is going to turn towards the weird amorphous gas thing and just say, "Hello? Are you, alive and intelligent?"
No response.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think it speaks common.
That's not
Eh.
necessarily.
I have an idea.
Aye.
The seed was tethered to a shit ton of magic. And I'm gonna conjure my mage hand. I think this is our best idea. Our best plan.
Mommy.
I'm like, touch it.
Oomy.
And if no one's gonna stop Emrys, he's gonna slowly move the mage hand to touch it.
Okay.
Touch it.
By the way, I think my detect magic still should be active.
It is. No magic. Except for the littering of scrolls and, parchment and the tattered mat down here. All necromantic energy. But
Oh dear.
this being, no magic.
And my little conjuration
Yeah, and your conjuration spell and all the magical items y'all have on you. But
Alright, so
are blindingly shining.
are you
Party.
reaching out and touching it with the mage hand?
Yes. Keeping a respective distance, I'm gonna back up a healthy amount and kind of look towards other people to also back up. But I'm not gonna force anyone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back up.
yeah, I'll back
Yeah,
up
so does
too.
Ember.
Let's back it up, Shawty.
So you reach out and touch, you see the mage hand's energy, which is normally like a hard, solid hand. Like, it's translucent, but it's, has distinct edges and whatnot. As you reach closer to this thing, the edges of the fingers start to stretch out and warble at the edges, kind of disjointing and glitching. And as you make contact with this being, you hear like a sizzling noise and then a loud pop, kind of like you shorted two high voltage wires together. And there's a massive not massive, but like a large 5-foot radius sphere of energy just explodes from this point of contact. No one's within that radius, thankfully. So it just like kind of, you feel this, it's not electricity per se, but you feel like this sizzling of magical arcane power just dissipate in front of you as the explosion, finishes. And when you can see again after this blinding flash of light, the mage hand is gone, the being is gone.
What did you
Is
do?
everyone okay?
I'm gonna pat myself down real quick.
All
Make sure
four
nothing's
limbs are
weird.
there.
What did you do? What did I see anything like interesting with my detect magic active while that happened?
Yeah, actually, it was an explosion of all of the schools of magic just overwhelmed your detect magic, and you are blinded for the next like minute.
Oh,
You got fucking flashbanged.
okay. Who did it just get dark in here?
No, it didn't.
Okay, I think I'm blind.
Yeah, you have just like this persistent after image of whatever you look at, just blurry, like you've been flashbanged.
Oh dear.
Emily, what the fuck did you do?
That was really bright.
Oh,
I had
thank
detect magic
God I didn't
active.
go anywhere.
Oh dear.
I thought that was everything. That was
Wait,
like
so-
that was like the seed,
Okay,
or that fluid from it.
okay, let's get the hell out of here. This is not a good place to be right now, I think.
Wait. I'm sure I'm fine. I got a bit distracted from the weird amorphous gas in front of us. A lot of these scrolls happen to have some magic on it.
Yes, I don't know. Oh, no, this is a bad place. We need to get out of here now.
Okay, I'll be right behind you. And Dork is just like, not even facing Ember, he's just pretending that he can definitely see.
Emma does that thing where he just kind of takes the top of his head and spins him around so he faces him. Just this way.
I'm definitely fine. Is there anything... I'll admit, I'm still curious. I still want to investigate. I don't want to leave any stone unturned.
Yes, but unfortunately, we are unturning the stones of the dead.
Lawrence,
Do keep that in mind.
at this point, you have felt a movement right prior to the explosion. You felt like a movement from your back, and No Name is no longer there.
What? What the fuck?
I didn't do it.
So anybody else lingering around in the cellar or is just gonna see Lauren just like trying to trying to do that thing where when you're trying to get the soap on the middle of your back when you're showering, but your just arms, they just don't go about that far. He's trying to do that, and he's trying to contort his body and shit. And he's just saying shit, fuck, shit.
Did I see No Name fly up out of the cellar?
Yeah, you saw this red bolt of pseudo dragon just bolt out of the cellar and is now flying 20 feet just away, hovering in the house.
We scared No Name pretty well.
No name,
Still on me.
no name, come back,
Is the beetle still on
come
you?
back to Papa.
Yeah, I've got the beetle.
Yes, the beetle is still on you. Where are you carrying the beetle?
Oh, thank God. He's in.
It was next to me in the breast pocket.
Yeah, they were hanging out. I've got a little handkerchief in there, and it was very
Buddies.
cozy.
Yeah.
Chilling.
He's still there.
I just say make sure, you know.
Dork, are you collecting paper, parchment, mats? What are you doing?
When my flashbang dies have gone away, I'm going to observe the room and just sort of look around to see. I'm going to investigate the scrolls.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
Arcana. I'm pretty sure that's also one of my highest. Okay. That would be 16.
16. Your knowledge of the arcane isn't quite high enough to know what these scrolls do. Some of them are complete. You know that much. You know the ending scripts of most spells. You get the sense that they are all, or mostly, some of them are enchantment, some of them are transmutation, most of them are necromancy, dealing with the... It looks like the movement or like changing of a soul.
Look at the spirits. Okay, we're definitely not leaving these here.
Why not?
Okay, whoever we met back underneath Snowtooth, and whatever they were messing with, this is strange magic.
Well, okay, let's take everything you can carry and let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, how many scrolls do I collect?
You collect... Are you collecting them all, or just the ones that are, like, you know, in good condition? Because most of them, like, crumple at the touch.
Okay,
Are you collecting, like, all of them? Just the completed ones? Every scrap of paper you can find? What are you doing?
I'm going to at least collect the ones that are complete.
Okay.
And I can actually carry.
Alright. So you have, we'll say... You have, there's one complete scroll that is, you know, structurally sound enough to carry. There's another incomplete scroll that is structurally enough. So you can get 2 scrolls, one complete, one incomplete. And the mat, the tattered mat, looks to be the same kind of mat that was up in the chest.
Oh, okay. Is it like broken or?
Yeah, it's just like well worn.
Okay.
Ass prints.
You doing anything else?
Spencer.
Doric.
Are you muted?
No, I'm here. I'm just typing in the stuff.
Okay.
Oh no, you're good.
So,
You're good.
is anyone else doing anything down here?
No, I think Emma just kind of wants to get the hell out of there.
Okay.
So he just kind of...
You can
Yeah, I think I probably would have just like ran up the stairs and searched for no name.
skedaddle up the stairs. Lawrence, can I have you make a perception check?
Skedaddle up. Yeah, sure. That's a 7.
Okay. Emrys and...
That's menacing.
Hey! You decided to roll that.
You lost him.
Wow, thanks. I never thought about it that way. I'll roll better in the future.
Have you considered just getting better?
Skill issue.
Getting
Have you
good?
considered just rolling higher numbers?
Have you considered lying?
Doric, are you the last one out of the basement?
Probably. Just been making sure that anything he's grabbed what he could, and whatever he couldn't grab isn't in the best condition.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he handles something and it breaks, then he's gonna check most of the papers to make sure, like, oh, will they break if I touch them?
Okay.
That's his way of testing if they are capable of being touched.
Okay.
And I will also grab that second mat,
All right.
and that will be it.
All right.
Before we leave, can Emrys have investigated the spot where the blob was real quick?
Yeah. Make an
To make sure
investigation
there's
check.
nothing left behind. Of course. $23.
Just looks like a arcane sigil to you. Doesn't look like there's anything activated. Doesn't look like there's anything remaining of whatever thing was floating there. Just looks like carved wood.
Alright.
Is everyone out of the basement now?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd say we should relock both of the locks we found here.
Did you guys break them?
No, I picked it.
Oh, alright.
Yes, don't offend my abilities. I know how to open a lock.
Just making sure.
I'd love to take these locks, though. They're fine craftsmen, but I'd rather keep these things locked away. Or at least make it seem... Give the next visitor longer to find what we found. Doric will just, like, relock the chest that he picked.
Yeah. It doesn't require a check. You can easily do it. Ember, are you relocking the basement?
Sure, yeah.
All right, you do so. No Name is fluttering kind of around Lawrence's head at this point.
Can I try to calm? Wait, No Name's a him, right?
You don't know.
Okay, can I try and calm them down?
Yeah, make an animal handling check.
Oh, let's try that. Oh wow. Okay. That is the fuck is my animal handling?
What you say to me, you little shit?
That's a modified 20.
What the hell are you saying to me, you little shit?
Thanks, Marge.
With enough coaxing and, kind of covering the doorway with your body and leaving your arm out for No Name to perch on, you eventually, rather easily get No Name cuddles back into your armor pocket.
And could I tell that, like, the thing that missed thing, like, just exploding into a magical flashbang was probably the thing that skied him out?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, the explosion probably startled him. That's that much you can probably infer.
No, I don't know about that one, Chief. Alright, but yeah, now that No Name is back, I'm chill. I'm chilling. I'm Jay chilling.
Are they okay?
Yeah, I think so. I think they just don't like magic explosions.
Well, who does?
I do.
You do?
No.
Yeah.
Right, well... No Name can talk, right?
We've talked to him before, so I don't know
Yeah.
if that was Anubis' spell.
Yes, No Name has telepathic capabilities.
Oh.
But you're not talking to them, are you?
Hey, yeah, now I'm gonna talk to them, because I forgot they could fucking talk telepathically. And I'm gonna talk to No Name and be like, hey, sorry, let me put on just a slight British. Hey, No Name, you right there? You wanna talk about it?
Loud and scary.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's gone now, though.
Okay.
You're safe. Yeah, that's it. They were just scared, loud bang.
Understandable.
You're going to be late.
Late for what?
Ship.
Oh, right, shit. We should probably, like, fast walk? Jog?
Let's go as fast as we can.
Oh,
You guys
I'm
are
going
gonna
heavy armor, man.
jog back to town.
Mhm.
Yeah, Dork is gonna like hop on Dearest's back.
All right. Jog your way back to town, rejoining civilization. I'm assuming you're making your way to the docks.
Yes, I am.
You see the barge.
You ever just rejoin civilization?
Well,
Yeah.
the household was a little bit out of the way. You couldn't really hear the clamor of town. But you make your way
We're
back.
too busy grave robbing.
Yeah. You make your way back to the docks, and you see the barge. Barge that you have traversed all this way with a kind of peeved looking bleach white lizard folk kind of sitting on top of a newly stacked pile of crates.
Not it.
Got it.
I vote Ember talks to her.
Give me a second, I'm looking up the name. Give me a second.
I'm trying to remember the name.
Eraldikik de Savan Cachet. Oh, fuck my voice. Sorry.
You're
You're
late.
We were exploring this wonderful town for a little bit.
A little bit too long, I say.
Yes, but we're ready now, and that's what matters.
You better be. Get on board, we leave immediately.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I'd like to hear.
Hey, Captain. Dork will just immediately hop on the ship.
Just a glare meeting the eyes of each and every one of you as you board.
I'm
Just not
supposed
make
to
eye
look at her.
contact. No eye contact.
Oh, you still feel it. You still feel it.
Ember meets the eye contact and just returns it.
Anubis will kind of like smile at her as they board.
There's no smile returned. Anything you guys wish to do before departing?
I'm gonna ask Emrys for the pearl for when we're finally moving.
Yep, he'll trade you it for the book.
Yes.
Perfect.
All right. And with that, the dock workers with long wooden sticks of bamboo just kind of push the barge out of docks into the slowly meandering river of the Dumond River. And you are once again underway out of the town of Gulbrink, leaving, quite the experience behind you.
Mm.
Yeah.
And several plot hooks.
I'm sure the true plot hooks are the friends we made along the way.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll forget about 99% of what just happened.
Better be taking notes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think as they start sailing, Ember's gonna find the Embers on the boat. Emmy, can we talk?
It's never good.
Yeah, sure. Emerson
So-
will follow you if you go somewhere other than that. He's gonna wait.
Is this a secret
Yeah.
conversation?
No, not really.
Okay.
I don't think so, at least.
I'm good with where we're at right now.
Yeah, just here. Like, it's not. He's not trying to pull them out to a secret spot either. It's just kind of the edge of the boat. So we are getting close to a place that we both call home.
Yes.
Then I don't know about you, but I don't know if I'm ready to see it again. I left it for a reason.
Is this your weird way of reaching out?
Yes, it is. Please allow it to happen, because that's about the best I can do.
Yeah, no, not. It's a surprise. Not a bad one.
The prospect of returning home has softened my edges, you'd say, and, well, other recent events have done the same. I won't go into details.
You don't have to.
Yes.
Yeah. I did not leave home expecting to not come back, but I guess as we go on, it has been a very real possibility. So,
I never wanted to return, really. I made a vow when I left, but I've never been very good at keeping my vows.
I will be honest with you, in fairness, because you are being honest with me now. Um, the person that wrote the letter that you took from me and read is my confidant I am meeting in Tano.
I assume so.
Initially, I had expected for them to not meet the party. But things have changed, their situation has changed, and in all honesty, since I've talked to you guys about them, they do want to meet you.
Sounds lovely, and of course we'll help get them out of any trouble they might be in. Any friend of yours is a friend of ours.
Whoa.
Character development.
They are both very tentatively trucing.
I'm not, of course not saying we're friends, don't get the wrong idea.
No, I haven't.
We are tentative colleagues.
Makeshift comrades, if you will.
Yes. Casual acquaintances.
I'm not gonna continue this bit.
Disappointing.
I'm not your pal, bud. I'm not your bud, bro.
But, you and I do in fact come from different sides of Tano. We have very different issues. And I will help you with yours if you will help me with mine.
Well, our issues do seem to have correlated with the emergence of Miss Riverbuck.
That is true.
And, well, so you know how I went missing the other night, yes?
Yes.
So I've got myself in a little conundrum you might be interested in helping me with.
Oh.
So a rival gang tasked me with the difficult mission of killing Miss Riverbuck. Someone which I assume you will be happy to assist in.
I think happy is a strong word, but I would help you, yes.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, while I believe my own abilities, I've never been a fighter. So, allies are good to have.
Definitely. I will be upfront now and say that at some point in Tano, I will seek audience of some of the nobles. I don't expect anyone to go with me. I understand what kind of position that puts us in. But I will not go in secret.
That does put a major target on your back.
It does.
That's up to you. And no, I will not be going to meet the nobles with you. I'm afraid me and the nobles of Tano have a history. Well, certain
Listen.
ones. But
No pressure either way. I just figured I'd say it.
But when we arrive in Tano, I do have a couple of options if we need to hide for a bit. I still have certain friends, hopefully, have certain friends.
Well, I haven't brought it up, but I do have a house in Tano.
Oh, lovely.
It's
Do
not very
people know?
large, but
Well, do people know this is your house?
n- no,
Are you sure about that?
it's not technically mine.
Oh. Well, good to know, but probably discuss logistics with the rest of the party. I just thought it was necessary to, I don't know, get each other on the same page. Even though
course.
we clearly don't get along, we do share certain things. So,
Well, I appreciate you being forthright.
this will be the last time I'll be forthright in a little while. I hope that's okay. I wasn't actually asking.
It's adequate.
Thank you. That means something.
Oh, and I will not be held responsible if my confidant has any ill will against you. I did not embellish my letters.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'm interested in knowing how you portrayed me. That could be fun.
All true things.
Well, truth is really in the eyes of the beholder.
Of course.
Does truth exist? Who knows? You know, I tell the truth when I say remember the light. Is that technically true? Who knows?
All I'm saying is that you reap what you sow.
Is that a farming metaphor from you? Oh, interesting. I didn't
It's
know you knew
just.
what farming
It's.
was.
They have
Okay, well, let's be honest. That's not even a metaphor, so that's kind of embarrassing for you.
Oh Jesus! Back
Yes,
to
I
square one so
apologize.
fast.
I
It's an allude.
apologize if me being raised on the streets did not provide me a proper education
It's
to
an
know
allegory, but
things.
sure.
oh, rich blood here.
Darling, your privilege is showing.
Noble.
And it's not
Anyway,
you.
I'm just saying that I will not be held responsible for any ill will.
And I will not be held responsible for whatever I may say to them.
That is up to you.
It is, yes. Well, this conversation ended as I expected. Well,
Yes,
good
I think this is it.
Dork, what are you doing?
day.
Emrys is probably gonna go chill in the. Is it technically a cart?
it's a carriage.
The carriage.
Carriage. Okay, I totally forgot the word for it.
Yep.
Actually, I think
Orange
Ember's just kind of
cheese.
gonna stay leaned over like the railing of the ship, just kind of looking out the ocean
Sure.
wistfully.
Dork, are you identifying stuff right now or no?
Yes, he is going to be repeatedly casting Identify as a ritual for the objects that he has acquired.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you them now? Because most of them are relatively simple.
Yes.
Do you want me to DM you?
DM me.
Okay. Well, that's going to take a bit longer then.
Oh, okay.
I'll do that after the session.
Okay.
Right.
That's understandable because I have quite a few things,
Yes.
and that's 11 minutes each.
Lawrence and Anubis. You guys doing anything? You guys have a couple days ahead.
Maybe swim lessons if he wants to get any better than he is now. But other than
Yeah,
that,
I
just
think
big chillin'.
swim lessons, and then Anubis. Do you want like reading lessons?
Yeah, we'll
Okay,
do
sick.
our mutual teaching.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, symbiosis.
Both of you make intelligence checks for me, please.
Roger that.
Oh!
Ooh,
Nat 20.
Nice.
I did too! I'm
Nat
not
20
even
for
fucking
21.
with you! What the hell?
It's awesome!
As it
Right.
happens.
This is my favorite pair. This is my favorite D20. It always does well for me.
We're learning so much.
All right. So, as you leave behind Gullbrink and you're about into the it takes a day or two to get into more open waters. You're kind of in an Everglade type area, like a bayou, where there's a lot of calm water. And Lawrence, you have been being taught how to swim by the Fierbulk, and this day, it's going pretty good for you. You're making good progress on your freestyle stroke. You are, I will say, you can swim relatively well in stress-free conditions. At this point, you have trained enough that you can swim pretty well in stress-free conditions.
I have written that in my notes.
Excellent. Anubis, you are trying to
Yeah.
learn the common language to write it
Yeah.
or read it, or both.
Preferably both at this point,
Okay.
just so that way I can keep my dream journal, so that way I can contact Shark Boy and Lava Girl later.
Ah, yes.
Mr. Electric, send them to the principal's office at once!
I see. You have, throughout the day or the journey, you've probably taken 2 days being taught by Lawrence. Things are going, both of you are just melding words and phrases to the paper and vice versa. You are now not fluent, not even close, but you can have the, I took Spanish for 3 years in high school. I can survive. You can now read and write basic thoughts. How basic is up to you, Lily. But yeah, you have a basic knowledge of how to read and write common now.
Sweet.
The spelling errors are common, but
There it is.
he gets the majority of it.
Yeah, and
The basic rules.
right, and he doesn't really have synonyms, but he has, the general sentence structure, how words are, put together, and syntax and whatnot.
You know what that means. Take him out to ice cream time.
Yes, I got,
You got that
straight
A on your
A's my report card.
test.
Yes, I get to go ice
Fazoli's
cream.
certificate.
Yes, got my little personal pan pizza for reading all my books.
For the other days
Yeah.
that we're traveling,
Yep.
I think Dork is going to work on his experiments.
Sure. Which ones?
His
Box or the sword or the gun?
well, I think he's gotten as far as he can with his gun for now without actually using it in combat.
Okay.
Isn't that what we decided?
Yep.
He's going to go half and half on his experiments with the box and the sword.
Okay. Make 2 Arcana checks, please. Are you okay? So at this point, are you trying to actually engrave the sword with the runes,
Yeah,
or do you want
he's
more
going
practice?
to. I mean, he knows what he's doing, it doesn't he?
Yep, he does. It's just a complicated process.
That's what you think.
He knows the process.
I guess I will, I will practice a bit more.
Okay.
Because I don't want to break the sword.
Good idea. Make an Arcana.
I will,
Oh,
however, I think I'm going to take the infusion from the sword
okay.
and put it back on my hammer.
All right. So Lawrence, the sword you have, spellrending sword, no longer +1. I can manage that in the D&D Beyond.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
D&D ambiance, bitch. This is straight up The Witcher. I don't know what's happening here.
And
I was
Dork
like,
will,
I thought this was generic fucking music.
Dork will just tell like Lawrence like, I promise I have stuff in the works for that sword. I just need this bit of magic back.
That's fine. I'll take a sword. Doesn't have to be super magical, as long as I can hit.
Yep. It's still magical. It's still magical. It's just not +1.
It doesn't have to be super magical. It doesn't have to be magical in general, but it's still a little bit magical, and that's cool.
I just got the idea in my head. Just gonna practice a bit more, and then I'll do the finishing touches on it.
He gives you a thumbs up.
Make those 2 Arcana checks.
2 for... Oh yeah, for practicing.
Yeah, so one of them's for practicing, one of them is for the box.
Okay. That is a 15.
For the training?
Yes.
Okay.
And then... Oof, that is... a 16 for the other one.
Okay. So... practicing on another piece of metal, you are able to, just as last time, you are, perfecting your process, getting the runes, as efficiently as possible, making sure there's no interference between the magics, and for the second time, you succeed in creating a piece of metal that can absorb incoming elemental energy, and then store it like a battery. For the box, you have now garnered some of that energy back from the longsword in the form of one of your artificer infusions. And over the time of these next few days, you are successfully able to create a box that is bigger on the inside with a habitable atmosphere. Persistently. Through the expense of an artificer infusion.
You guys just see Dork get very excited over a box, place it on the ground, and then he just hops inside of it and disappears. Well, first he's gonna stick his head in.
I feel like I shouldn't be surprised anymore, but I still am.
His body language tells he squats a bit and shakes, kicks his legs a little. And he's going to enter the box. How big is that? I'm guessing not that big.
The box, how big of a box were you using? I'm going to guess like 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably a good sized box. And on the inside, it's about 10 times as big.
Oh, okay.
That's quite a bit bigger.
Oh god, I'm moving in here.
Yeah, it's about the size of a room, like a normal, kind of smallish room, 15 feet by 15 feet.
Dork invents the Royal Lotus.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
Lore. Dork is gonna pop out of the box. And he's actually gonna go to Emrys and say, hey Emrys, you're one of the only small enough that could fit. Do you want to see something quite amazing?
Yeah, sure. What you got going on?
I will lead him out to the box. And I will just look at him, and then just hop inside.
That's a... Huh. And then he's gonna gingerly step in.
Yeah, it's a room, 15 feet by 15 feet. In the same shape of the box, the walls are the same wooden kind of texture as the box, except, blown up, way bigger. It's almost as if, you got shrunken down inside the box.
If you look up, is it just the sky?
Well,
I'd imagine it's the wood sort of warps.
I mean, it's your infusion, hun. You can. How does it look?
How Honey I Shrunk the Kids would be right now?
I wouldn't say we're smaller. It's just that the the barrier between the inside and outside are sort of warped.
Mhm.
Like the entrance is still the same size. It's just that the wood making up the walls is sort of stretched and wobbly physically
Yep.
to accommodate the difference in space.
How do we get out?
I just hop right out.
Jump
Is the
10
ceiling
feet.
not tall? I don't want to break the box stuff, so I could stop asking questions if you want, but I'm legitimately curious.
It has been designed in a way that you can get out. Maybe,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah, there's no way it's inescapable.
Yeah.
But yeah, because Dork hopped out and then
We'll say it's magical, and it senses your intentions, or the wall is on the side, the hole is on the side, and you just kind of walk out or something. I don't know.
So true.
hey, quite nice room for people our size. So I'm quite pleased. Still a work in progress though.
Yeah, this is amazing. If you could make multiple of these, you could turn that carriage into its own house.
Well, that's actually the plan. I plan
Oh?
on turning that carriage of mine into a nice traveling home and workshop, I hope.
Ooh, this is a lot of magic stuff. Like, I mean, like, it's amazing, but also, like, I just never grew up around this much magic. This
I've
is
always
some
been
really-
around magic.
this is some really cool stuff, Dork.
Why, thank you. My magic wasn't the same as my siblings, but the inventions of my family were inspirational, you could say.
Yeah.
So I've made do.
So this isn't like the bag of holding where you can't breathe in it, right? Because we're fine right now?
Well, aye, you can breathe right now, can you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Aye. So,
Hmm.
I figured I could lace it with a bit of my magic, sort of like a power source for it, instead of just relying on simple enchantments. So,
How does that work with... Does that affect your other magic at all?
well, I only have a finite amount of it.
Mhm.
It's like, you know, when you cast a spell, just gotta let yourself breathe for a while. You have to have a nice sit down.
Mm-hmm.
I have magic. However, there's some that when I use it, it doesn't come back until I tell it to return.
Oh. Interesting.
Although it can only work if I, you know, focus it into an object. Without it, sort of just fizzles out.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
It's a Skyrim music.
There's no, like... danger... Like, what happens if the magic stops coming through here and someone's in it?
Well, they'd probably just get shunted out.
Oh. That makes sense.
I mean, theoretically.
Hopefully.
This is experimental. But I know what I'm doing. And, I mean, things like this sort of exist.
Yeah, I mean... Worst case scenario, we could... put, like... a spider or something in here and then close it.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, I don't care for spiders.
I don't rightly mind insects, so I guess.
Oh, I don't mind insects either, but spiders are... not good.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna keep experimenting here and there. Holler if you need me.
Yeah, of course. Good luck with all your... space making things.
Aye.
So, the next
Swap out.
few days, the environment completely changes. Those of you who have never seen the ocean, it's similar to the lake, but the knowledge that this extends multitudes of times larger than the lake, extended beyond the horizon many miles. You reach the Lutheran Sound, and it's just completely endless water. You're still in the glades. There's reeds, there's wetlands that you're traversing. And as you slowly make your way down the coast, those wetlands continue all the way down south. And eventually, after many days on the water, you see kind of dotting the horizon and then making their way closer. You see lines of ships kind of traversing their way through the sound towards the capital city of Tano, as its tall buildings slowly rise out of off the horizon. And for those of you who have never seen this capital city, it's incredibly difficult to describe how big it is. You have never seen buildings reach this tall. You've never seen settlements stretch this wide up and down the coast for many tens of miles. You see the civilization before you even see the center of it. And it's just... it boggles the mind, to use a phrase, that something this big exists on this continent. The little noise as you pass closer and closer is of uproarious partying, music played on the streets, bells and whistles, chimes of ships alerting their presence to passerbys. You arrive slowly into a massive marina docked with many differing sizes of ships. There are large combat-based ships with many rows of sails, and there are small kind of rowboats that fishermen are pulling heaps of fish out of. And there are small little stations or piers where a handful of barges have been bumped up against using other boats. Welcome to the capital city of Tano.
Yeah,
We're finally
we're
here.
here. Let's go.
We're gonna get stabbed.
Money.
The heart of the Tano Republic. And that is where we'll end the session tonight.
Hey.
Oh,
Good session.
Yeah.
very good.
I would love to stay in chat, but it is Betty by time
Yeah.
for me.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, my voice can't handle it anymore.
Yeah, we gotta figure out dinner.
Yes, we gotta do dinner. Oh
Have
my
fun
god,
with
that was a
dinner.
good session. Thank you,
It was.
everyone.
It was very
I
good.
really enjoyed it, and I hope I did not rush the travel to Tano at all. I know we were taking a
No,
little bit
it
of
was
time.
perfect.
I think now is the time to finally get there.
It was perfect. Thank you so much. Even if we are kind of whores for roleplay.
There was a good amount of roleplay, and there was a good amount of world lore that was dropped. I will post the entire journal, probably as a Word document or something, in the handouts channel.
Yeah, whenever you can.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone, and it's a bit late, and I know Lily is tired, so we will schedule, if possible, Lily's next game, I guess, sometime later. Thank you, players.
All right,
Thank you,
gamers.
spectators, and everyone have a good night.
Good night,
Okay,
everyone.
good night.